What is going on, everybody? It's the Truth Is Podcast, episode 9. I'm Pastor Ethan, and today I'm joined by a special guest. He's a senior at PNG High School. All right, give it up for the one, the only, Cole East. Cole, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
All right, Cole. You know how this goes. I'm gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions. All right.
Okay.
Just say the first thing that pops up into your head. You ready?
Yes.
All right. IHOP or Waffle House?
IHOP. They have protein pancakes.
Very disappointed, but we'll go on. Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Okay, at least you got half of it right. All right. Favorite color?
Teal.
Teal. Favorite worship song?
Build your church.
Build your church. Favorite sport?
Soccer.
Oh man, you're like 2 for 3 right now.
Or basketball.
Okay, I'll give it to you. All right, and finally, what do you want to be when you, grow up, when you graduate?
I want to be a youth pastor.
Okay, there you go. All right, Cole, so I know a little bit about you. Why don't you tell everyone just a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Cole. I go to PNG High School. My favorite thing to do is work out, and I don't like reading books.
All right, why don't you like reading books?
It's boring.
All right, it's just boring, just straight
It's
up.
really boring.
Just don't like it.
No.
All right. So now, about the working out thing.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm short and I don't want to be small.
Okay, so you don't want to be just, you're already small, but you don't want to be small and small.
Yeah, essentially.
So, small and
Big.
small and big.
That's what I want to be.
So are you on the bulk or are you on the cut right
I'm on
now?
the bulk.
Okay, so just eating and eating and eating.
It's like a full-time job.
Yeah, and then heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
What you can lift. All right, I know.
Yeah, what I can do.
All right. So Cole, as you know, we're in Pastor Ron's devotion, the plain truth. And so what we're doing is we're just breaking down each devotion and kind of just taking it from where it's at to like a student's level. So we are on day 9, and our truth is, what we compromise to keep, we lose. So what we compromise to keep, we lose. When you hear that, what's kind of the first thing that comes to your mind?
It's like when we put a bunch of time into something and we take away time from something else that's, more important, then we're really just losing it.
Yeah. What you're giving up for something, you're going to lose somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So our scriptures for today, Mark 8:34 through 35. When he had called the people to himself with his disciples also, he said to them, "Whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it." And in Matthew 16:26, "For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul?" All right, Cole, so let's break this down a bit. So the first one we have, Mark 8:34 through 35, and it says, "When he called the people to himself with his disciples also, he said to them, 'Whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself.'" So when you hear that, deny himself, deny yourself, kind of what's the first thing that pops up into your head?
It's that when we're accepting Christ, He is the thing that rules over our life. He is our King of Kings, and therefore we can't be the king of our own lives.
Yeah.
We have to follow Him over ourselves because He's going to be right and
Yeah.
we're going to be wrong.
We have to realize that it's not by our power, by our will, it's only by God. So we have to deny ourselves and the things that our flesh wants and pursue what God has for us. It says, whoever desires to save his life will lose it. If you want to save your life for eternity, there's things you'll lose here whenever you go. So next we jump to Matthew 16:26. "For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul?" So what kind of do you pull from that? Gains the whole world but loses his soul.
It's that there's so much in this life that we can gain, but if it's of the world, it's not worth our soul. Our soul is so much more important than obviously we have in eternity after this. And so what I really take away from that is that, if we're spending our life focusing on this little snapshot of a moment, then, in an eternity, if we lose that, that's all that really matters. This is just a blink of an eye. But eternity, you can't even fathom it. It's so infinite, and that's what we really need to focus on.
Yeah, it kind of brings me back to a point I heard a long time ago. It was, if I'm wrong about the gospel and I die, I lost a lifetime. But on the happen chance that I was right and I didn't listen, then I lose a whole eternity. The things we lose in this world, they're just for a lifetime. But if we compromise to keep the things of the world, we have a chance to lose out on that eternity that God has before us. So let's jump into our devotion for the day. Most people have a good character and a fairly decent set of morals. We learn from our childhood that stealing, cheating, lying, and such are wrong. Generally, our behavior is curbed by our morals and guided by our sense of values. Occasionally, we are tempted to compromise our integrity in order to gain some advantage for ourselves. There is a law of compromise, however. It says that what one compromises to keep, they will lose. Interestingly enough, this is also a principle found in God's Word. In order to be a Christian, we are admonished to deny ourselves, take up our cross, and follow Jesus. We are further told that if on the contrary we seek to preserve our own life, then we will only end up losing it. We cannot have what we compromise to obtain. It has us. So let's break down this first part a little bit. So it says, most people have a good character and a fairly decent set of morals. We learn from our childhood that stealing, cheating, lying, and such is wrong. Are all of those things wrong?
Yes.
Okay. So we know that we shouldn't do those. And generally, our behavior is curbed by our morals and guided by our sense of values. So the part I want to jump to is, it says again, what we compromise to keep, we lose. But it also says that we have to deny ourselves, which again is, by denying ourselves, we are saying we're compromising to keep our soul and losing what the world is trying to pull us towards. But I really want you to hit on this is, what do you pull from? We cannot have what we compromise to obtain. It has us.
It's that when we're putting effort into something, when we're putting our whole lives to something, when we're trying to obtain something, it's not we're obtaining it. It's that, it's grabbing a hold of us. It's keeping us away from other things, other more important things most of the time.
Yeah. Let's go over for our prayer for the day. O God, give me strength to live my values which I have adopted from your word. Help me to be honest in all my dealings and to never sell my integrity for meager, temporary advantage. These prayers each day are just something that we can constantly and consistently pray that just kind of help us get through the day. The kind of things that I'm facing this today. Well, this prayer works for that. Or I'm facing this today. Well, this prayer works for that. So Cole, if you had one takeaway from the whole devotion today, what would it be?
It's just to deny yourself and pick up the cross and follow Christ.
Yeah. All right, Cole. So it was great having you on today. Is there anyone you want to say what's up to, give a shout out to, any word of encouragement you want to share with anybody?
What's up, Matthew? And what's up, B-Dog? Stay humble and don't do dumb things.
Stay humble and don't do dumb things. Like going to IHOP. IHOP is one of those dumb things. Don't go to IHOP. Go to Waffle House.
Go to IHOP. They have protein pancakes.
Go to Waffle House. Their food's better. All right. So, Cole, it's been great having you on. Everybody, I'm Pastor Ethan. That's Cole East. And this has been episode 9 of the Truth Is podcast. We'll see you next week.